5 stories today we're going to discuss. Now, you may have heard about these stories, but I think we're missing the bigger context, the bigger point in each of these. Let's jump into them because I think it's going to be eye-opening and hopefully help you to say, you know what? This is why I do what I do. This is why I protect my family. This is why I prep. This is why I homestead. This is why we try to find the best information possible, because these stories right here. Let's jump into it. Today's video starts right now.
I've been running east, looking for sunset, digging deep.
Hey guys, welcome to the Max. Thank you so much for being here. I don't know if you can tell, but it is absolutely like almost yellow gray color. We have a monster storm blowing in, which is for mostly all the south. It's actually about 60 degrees, which is very hot for this time of year, of course, for just about anybody that's dealing with winter. But it's supposed to drop the temperatures from 60 down to like 15 tomorrow evening. Isn't that crazy? But first there's a monster thunderstorms with like tornadoes coming in today. And then of course it'll be like a winter storm tomorrow. And you know what? We're fixing to have another calf during the midst of all this, and we'll talk about that on the vlog channel. You can check that out, but we're going to try to beat the rain as we talk about these 5 headlines real quickly today. Also, thank you so much for the support of yesterday's video. Watching it means the world to me because you support me, and I feel it. Thank you so much. I'm humbly thankful for that, and I hope that I can continue on this platform, and I hope that you'll keep on, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, because again, we love giving things away. We're going to give another giveaway away in just about 3 days, so please make sure you are commenting, give us a thumbs up, and subscribed, and you'll be entered in that giveaway. Now let's jump into the content. First story of the day is going to be the Houthi attack. Now, we have had the Red Sea situation for a few months looming, and it's predicated because of the Israel-Gaza war and that situation. Now Iran is pushing more money to these terrorists and the Houthi and trying to bust these ships for carrying cargo. Now, what this means for you, why is this important? First of all, it's escalating a war. The UK and US just came out yesterday and stated that they are actively airstriking the Houthi in the Yemen area, and they keep mentioning it is Iran. It is Iran-backed. They keep bringing that out because they're going to tie Iran to Hamas, Hezbollah, and also now this situation, Houthi, so it allows us to keep escalating a war in the Middle East. Now, why does it affect you? Not only does it affect you because troops will be going over there, no doubt, but secondly, what comes from that area? Well, oil. Oil has been attacked. There's been tankers after tankers after tankers not able to get through the Red Sea. Not only that, shipping vessels. Maersk came out this week and said that they will not be able to go that route. They're going to have to go all the way around. So it's going to cost significantly more for shipping vessels to come to you. So if you're getting goods from over across the seas in this global trade situation we are, all those goods will cost a lot more. They're saying that vessels are about 50% higher as they get to port from where they were, and they were already skyrocketing high. So it's going to cause, they said, more shortages, but also it's going to take longer to get things here because of that, and the cost will be up. So it affects you not just because of another escalation in the Middle East, but it affects you because your goods are on these ships. Your oil prices will be affected. Not only will they go up, typically during election years they go down, but because the speculative problems, the escalation of war, and the fact that there are tankers being attacked, it's going to cause more problems for oil, and it will make it go up because they like any reason for them to skyrocket the price of fuel, they will. So this is 2 things you'll see: shortages and the cost of goods going up, along with oil prices going up. Number 2, a report came out that said plastic chemicals causing infertility, diabetes have been found in all your most common foods in the grocery store. Now, we're going to do a bigger video on this, but I just want to mention this right quick. It says many of the foods consumed by Americans are contaminated with harmful plastics. Now, we know that. We've heard that for years. That's why we do the things we do. We prep, we try to raise our own food or buy it local as possible, because this bottling and this manufacturing of storing that food, remember, they store it in the most economical ways possible, which is going to cost your health. That's what we always tell you. So when you're buying that beef or that vegetables or all the stuff that you're growing and you say it costs more, it actually don't, because it does not cost your health like it is when you buy this stuff off the shelf. That storm's blowing in. Can you see it? CR tested 85 food items from 11 categories: beverages, canned beans, condiments, dairy, fast food, grains, infant food, meat, poultry, packaged fruit and vegetables, along with prepared meals and seafood. Researchers examined the presence of this chemical-laced compound from plastics and the packaging that it's in. It's more widespread than first thought. Just a few of the things: Brisk iced tea, Coca-Cola products, any Coca-Cola products, Lipton iced tea, canned beans such as Hormel chili, Bush's chili baked beans, Miss Butterworth syrup, Hunt's tomato ketchup, high protein milkshakes, Fairlife brand, Slim Fast, Wendy's crispy chicken nuggets, General Mills Cheerios, listen to this, Gerber cereal for baby rice, Purdue ground chicken, Del Monte sliced peaches. Now, there are tons more, and I'm not trying to hate on these companies. This is just a few of the products that they talked about. We had to move because it started raining pretty heavy. Why it's important to you? A lot of these things are the things that we tend to say are shelf stable, canned goods, rice and beans. When we talk about long-term storage and we talk about foods, of course you need to start growing as much food as you can or buying it holistically, because you need to learn how to preserve it yourself. Not only are you building skills, you are now saying, I'm not going to use the plastic packaging that it's placed in. Now, here's another thing. If you are buying those kind of things, the quicker you can get it out of those plastics, things like your waters, things like your rice and your beans, things like any of your products that you're purchasing that does not have a true food grade, quality, high grade glass or plastic, the better. If you can get it out of there and know that your food is put up in better containment, it doesn't serve you any purpose to have food and then all of a sudden it's still contaminated and it still causes you to be sick. So it's very important to look over this list. There is a list, it's on Zero Hedge now, about all these contaminants and all these foods they tested and realized there's a lot of bad things in them. You've heard that the BPA is causing the issues in the plastic. Well, now the substitute that they're using instead of BPA free, this other chemical is actually causing more issues with autism and more problems for our health. Raise your food, get your food as holistically as possible, and also if you are buying food to stockpile for prepping, make sure you are changing that material out to something a little bit more food grade, better for you than this cheap plastic. Number 3, a TRIPLEDEMIC. Concerns heightened for a new strain of you know what, the flu and RSV. Now the dangers of the C strain and then also flu that's been around. RSV to me though is a little bit more dangerous because it usually affects children more than anything. I know one of our kids really dealt with that when they were younger, when they were real young, and I know there's a bunch of kids that still deal with that in our area. So RSV is a serious situation. Now the thing that scares me is they're using these three together to give more of these, you know, in your arms, along with pushing the narrative that this could be very, very dangerous, that we don't need to get out again. There's actually some places that are locking down. So there's two lines here. Do I believe that the new strain or the flu is something we should be worried about? I think for people who have always worried about it, they can continue worrying about it. The thing that scares me the most is the RSV situation because of children. And it's not the fact that we take any other precautions. I would challenge you just, again, start eating whole foods. Make sure your kids are getting enough vitamin C, vitamin D. Also, things like elderberry syrup, if you can make your own holistic diets, again, are very good because it helps us stay on top of immunity and keeping our immune system at its tip top. We're very cautious, again, of where we take our kids. We're not just gonna let them go lick the slide out on the playground. But what I am saying is you can be smart without getting into fear. And so therefore you're hearing this maneuvering of you've got to get this triple shot to take care of these three things that are very detrimental, especially for children. And it can be. Don't let them scare you into another election problem that we all of a sudden got a mail-in ballots. Argentina, Netherlands, and India have all done single-day voting, and it's amazing. It works. It works. And they didn't have to mail in any ballots, and they're dealing with the same problems we're dealing with. So I think this is a sleight of hand. Be careful of it. Number 4, your vehicle is spying on you, and now VW models and several other models of cars are getting more and more smart, and they are starting to download AI software, ChatGPT software on a lot of these cars. So it knows more about you than you know about yourself. You know, when you get in your car and it tells you exactly how far it takes you to get to your church or to get to your home or to get back to work, that means you're already pre-programmed and it knows exactly your next move because you're so repetitive. Be careful of that and conscientious of that. And these newer automobiles are so overly programmed with a computer that they're actually calculating your every move, people. Every time that you're moving with your phones, every time that you're moving in these cars that are so smart, every time you have all these smart appliances, they're getting your habits. And when we get in this habit forming pattern and we become repetitive and we rely on all this smart technology, what happens? We become programmable, and AI knows exactly what your next move is before you make it, because you have become habit forming utilizing this. I heard a guy say the other day that he lives in a big city, and he's this manly man, you know, but he said, I actually got a little panicked. He said, because I'm so used to using my phone GPS and my cell phone GPS. They had a bad winter storm, and he said, I truly couldn't remember how to get back home. And he said, and then I was embarrassed because I go to work and home every day, but I just allow my GPS to tell me where I go. Watch the programming in your own mind. It's subconscious. You get so used to using this technology, using your smart technology in your cars, it's actually programming you and becoming this new mind for you. You are subconsciously thinking through all this, and really this is going to cause you more issues later on because you're becoming dependent on something that you don't need to be dependent of. And number 5, I think this is a very good, I think this is good news for Trump. And not only that, it's really just a good news for democracy. We see all these states trying to ban the former president from running. I don't even agree with people banning Biden from running. I think it should just be left up to the populace. Let us decide who is going to run our country. No hidden agendas, all that kind of stuff. And we're going to go deeper in what I think about the Biden situation in another video. But there was some news that came out that Fanny Willis, the DA that's bringing all these charges against him in this trial, is now wrapped up with the fact that most of her information has come from the J6 panel and also the White House. She tried to bill the White House for time that they spent kind of working together against an opposition party. That is some third world mentality stuff right there, guys. That is not a free country. So we see a group of individuals that is from one party working against the opposition party and using law to do it. That is highly illegal. And now there's been more stories come out with all her deviance with the situation with, extramarital situations and also payoffs. There's just a lot there. And what it does, though, it just says everybody is, of course, has baggage, and that doesn't make it right or wrong. But it's funny because we're now tying up Trump with the fact that we have a prosecutor that's working with the White House and working with the Democrat committee to pretty much shut down Trump from running. When you have that makes him stronger, but also it makes you look weak because it looks like you're saying, we can't beat him honestly, so we've got to pull out all the punches to beat him dishonestly. That is not what America is supposed to be set up on, and I hope that true conservatives and true people who love freedom and liberty stand up and say, no matter what you think of the former president, no matter what you think of who's running, no matter if you support DeSantis or Haley or Vivek or even Biden or RFK, this is wrong. I love the fact that RFK and Vivek has came out against this and said, you know what, this is wrong. I think that's great because these two people are running against Trump. I think that shows their character, but then it shows the lack of character from the other side. This is big news. You need to keep an eye on it because the more that this group pushes against this opposition, as in Trump, the more we are seeing a polarization of parties and a polarization of our nation, because it should not be government versus this one guy. It should not be this third world mentality. This is kind of like what Russia and China does to their opposition, not what America is supposed to do. All right, wrapping up for the day, guys. Let me know what you think about this content. Again, thank you so much for watching and supporting our channel. It means the world to me that you are here each and every day. We hope that you're getting good, vital information from us from prepping, sustainable living. Not only that, information that may slip through the cracks, and I hope our little old channel can help you throughout your day. More than any of all this, you don't stress, don't fear, don't worry, because you need to put your faith in Christ and know that, you know what? If you spiritually prepare, you're okay. And then once you start building a better grounding, a better faith, a better base, then all this other stuff will work itself out. Keep on prepping, keep on working hard to protect your family, building wisdom and a common sense approach to this crazy world that we live in. Guys, thank you so much for watching. God bless. Happy homestead, y'all.